that. UBG for life. Get into it with a nigga, gotta show my gun. We live by the gun, nigga, we die by the gun. Get into it with a nigga, gotta show my gun. It's plain to see, they can't change me. I'm a long-time nigga for life. Get into it with a nigga, gotta show my gun. We live by the gun, nigga, we die by the gun. Get into it with a nigga, gotta show my gun. Nigga, it's just one day, and you make these three niggas acting.
What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Lil Yah from UNLV, you with me? Welcome to my podcast, the Be Real 23 podcast. Hit that like button ASAP, tell a friend ASAP, and hit that subscribe button ASAP. You with me? Y'all know how it go. Look here. I decided to pay homage to one of the greatest artists in New Orleans I know personally, and it's a pleasure to know him personally. This episode, I want strictly pay homage to Gregory D, man. Gregory D from the Ninja Crew. Gregory D as the solo artist. You know, Gregory D as the pioneer. Gregory D as the icon. Gregory D as the legend. Check it out, man. This is what Gregory D did for me, personally. I mean, I done had people in my career that did things for me, did favors for me. I cannot deny that. But it was all like almost at the height of my career, at the prime of my career. You know, that's when those favors was coming. The only person, that I know for a fact that looked out for me at the lowest part of my career, the lowest point of my career for as resurrecting Lil Yah and UNLV was Gregory D. If y'all listen, I'm going to tell y'all how he did that. You know what I'm saying? Gregory D, not to mention what he meant to me and my group coming up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, up-and-coming artists, don't even know about their past or, you know, people responsible for the position that they in or paved the way for them to get to where they at. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm not on that level. You know, I never was. I always knew what was before me and paid homage to those before me because they meant so much to me. They inspired me. They motivated me. They showed me it could be done. You know what I'm saying? So Gregory D was one that did all that, you know. And as a kid, I can remember not competing against Gregory D because they was always, well, we only had one show with them where they were special guests, but they was on a level where we could only dream about being during my talent show days. You know, they was already signed and they was doing their thing, you know. But, you know, Gregory D and the Ninja Sporty T at the time, you know, Man Fresh Baby T, whatever DJ they had at the time, they inspired us and, you know, they made us feel like, you know, rap was the shit, you know what I'm saying, and made us enjoy what we was doing. You know, so I said that to say I really idolized him as a kid and watching him, he was a young dude doing it, you know what I'm saying, so I watched him. But all that to say, picture somebody you feel like that about being responsible for resurrecting your career. You know, when Yella was deceased, Tech was locked up, I really didn't have a direction to go in, you know what I'm saying? All I knew was I can't stop doing what I love doing. You know what I'm saying? The passion wasn't there no more for it. I can honestly say that, you know, and I was like, fuck it, I know the block. I'm going back and get it on the block. Not to mention I had already got in trouble and I had to work. So working killed me. You know, I haven't had a job but like since 1993. And this was 1999, 1998 when Gregory D reached out to me. You know, Greg, what he did for me, he reached out to me and he let me know about all the people that was inquiring about UNLV. You know, he was letting me know that the people heard what hadn't happened. You know, they heard Yella was deceased, Tech was in jail, Yah was out, but, you know, Yah wasn't really interested in doing music or whatever. He knew all this. And he came at me and he was like, man, these people still asking for y'all. They asking for you. You know, they want you to put this shit back together and continue your legacy. You know what I'm saying? And he really showed me what he was telling me. You know, while he telling me this shit, I'm like, yeah, you know, woo-doo. But he showed me. What I mean by he showed me, the day my alcoholic came home and, you know, I quit. I was able to quit my job because I was off paper, but I was only holding my job for some type of income. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on the street grinding, but I still had a little job doing my thing. So when Hardy came home, that was my green light to, you know, go ahead. Let me see what Greg talking about. You know, Greg had already hit me up. Look, dog, these people in San Antonio, they want you to do this. They want you to do that. I'm like, yeah. I'm not gonna say I feared what was going on. I didn't have any fear that, you know, to go out there alone and what might happen or whatever. It's just that I didn't have the passion. I didn't, and I'm like, man, I know what it takes to you know, be an artist. If you ain't got that passion, you don't love what you're doing, you really just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't have time to waste. So Greg got my head. Hardy come home and, you know, bam, there go. Greg showing me all these different people that got this type of money for me. They won't pay me this to do this, do that, do that. I'm like, man, it's making sense. I said, if I can, and then he also convinced me, made that light come on in my head. If I can get out, make a solo album, and still yell UNLV, that'll keep my group name alive. You know, that's what Greg did for me. You know what I'm saying? He put that light on in my head. And once that happened, I automatically, bling, you know what, let me hold it down. I'm going to put a solo album out, start my own label with my uncle. You know what I'm saying? So when Tech come home, it'll be easier for us to get in the lab and put out an album. You know, we won't be totally forgotten about. And that was our plan. That's how it worked. Lo and behold, you got UNLV Return to the Trendsetters album right after that. You know what I'm saying? And we sold a lot of independent units. We were seeing checks like we saw Baby and Slim pick up from Cash Money label when we was on the label. You know, we was picking up the same type of checks. You know, just us doing it. Real sweet, loving it. You know what I mean? And Greg, I hold him responsible for that because I never look back again. Even if I lose passion for being an artist, I'm still established as a CEO and an owner. You know what I'm saying? I own masters to my music. You know, and it's just a sweet feeling. You know what I'm saying? But without Greg putting that in my head to keep it moving, I probably wouldn't have kept moving. No telling. You probably wouldn't have the youth still doing what they doing. You know, you probably wouldn't have us in the position that we are in right now once Tech get out. You know, never. You know, it's crazy, man. And I really give all that respect and credit to Gregory D. You know what I'm saying? Because if he wouldn't have, showed me what was happening, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have got motivated to go get it. You know, once again, I'm paying homage to my homie Gregory D. To this day, that's my dude, man. Of course, I'm going to interview him. He's going to be on my platform getting interviewed, but he's probably the only person that I could really give homage to like this. Because like I say, when I was on my ass at my lowest, this man lift me back up. I could tell you countless of artists that I lift up, whether they was on the ass or not. You know what I'm saying? But, and you know, I always was one to complain about, damn, dog, you know why? You know, our heart's big, speaking of me and my group. We do a lot for other artists and bring them in, whoop-de-whoop, but nobody never done nothing for us. I used to always complain about that all the time. But I used to do shit for people out the kindness of my heart. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, Greg, nigga done, he done enough that, you know, that made me forget about who didn't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Gregory D, man. For real, know the real. Buck Jump Time. And, you know, y'all remember that song Buck Jump Time? That's Gregory D. You know what I'm saying? That's his classic record. A song that you can put on any given time. The crowd gonna do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Paying homage to my dude. You deserve it, dog. Straight up. And thanks for what you did for me, bro. Hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend about my podcast. You wait me?